So many guys try to act tough until a tough guy shows up. And for me, I'm not a tough guy at all. I don't want to be in jail. I don't even like watching jail movies or jail TV shows. But that's me. I'm just a regular guy. I've always wanted to be a nerd. I always have been a nerd. And that is completely okay. And there's so many guys that are just like me. But then there are other guys who are just like me who want to pretend to be somebody else. And despite the gifts that God gave them, whether it be in intelligence or athletics, you know, these guys feel like they need to pretend to be a Pookie or a Ray Ray or be influenced by the lower class of Black America instead of just being on their own purpose and being apart or being set apart from guys like that. And nobody does that like Ja Morant. Ja Morant is a great athlete. He's a superstar in the NBA. But, you know, he still wants to live that street life that he's never been a part, having all these problems, posting with guns in the video. And, you know, Charleston White pretty much summed up Ja Morant in this clip right here.
Now I got to ask you, you know, you have a young kid in Ja Morant, man, worth $300 million.
Yeah, I hope he go to jail.
You know, it's crazy. Mind you, he's from Memphis.
Yeah, I hope he go to jail.
He's in Memphis.
I hope he go to jail.
Do you feel like he might be battling something personally, though?
Nah. He
doing, be brandishing the gun on live?
He doing what every like him they want to do that didn't get to live that life. They want to live it now. We all want, it's just like a woman who never got to, when she get a divorce and in that late age in life, she start, because she never got it out of her.
Ouch.
She start partying, going out, she start living her truth. Well, that's
real threesomes.
Whenever you catch a woman how does she living her truth, that's a want to be free as a
my truth.
Whenever you hear a woman say, I'm just living my truth, that's want to be free as a but don't know how to say a I'm going to say it again. That's a want to live free as a but don't know how to hold a say a So this little boy here is no different. He like Suge Knight. Suge Knight never got to be a Pyru. Suge Knight never got to gangbang. It was Suge Knight cousins who lived in Compton who was so that's why when Suge Knight finally got the money, he went and got him a red suit. He got on that big old Source magazine, put the cigar in the mouth, he big red Pyru. And to that point, this is what people don't realize in hip hop culture. He never got to do that. So that's why when he finally got to do it, he was big Suge Knight. And we thought Suge Knight was a big bad mother, and he wasn't. It was the around him. They thought Suge Knight was a cream puff. Nah, the streets thought Suge Knight was a cream puff. So I'm making a correlation to this kid. This kid is a cream puff, trying to play like a gangster and a thug. That's why he's embracing it with all these 100 millions. They didn't get to do it before now. Those who got to did it before now, when they get to 100 million, they play square. They play square.
Now, he said something that's very important. He said that Ja Morant needs to go to jail. And a lot of these guys who are out here pretending to be tough, pretending to be in the streets, see, they've never really dealt with tough guys. But see, they're tough guys in the penitentiary waiting on you. Now, I want to play a clip of this guy who has converted 3 white guys into his own slaves. Let's play that clip.
When I tell you I'm really having my way in here, you heard? That's what I mean. Hey, yo, Brandon, what's your position, gang?
Shit, I wash his bowls and dishes.
Hey, yo, what's your position, Nico?
I do his laundry.
What's your position, Dylan?
I clean his room.
Stop playing with my body, y'all. Nah, for real.
Here's another clip that I found of a former prison gang leader who, well, he had this to say.
I'm in prison. I'm the 3rd ranking gang member in the state. I control contraband. I control knives. I control gang movement. I control a lot of stuff. So I wake up in my cell and I'm hungry. And as a prison boss, you get benefits. So I said, I'm hungry. I get up, walk out of my cell. I walk downstairs to the desk, get a guy a head nod. He opens the gate. I walk into the hallway, get to the sergeant's desk, give him a head nod. He opens the gate. I get to central control. I give him a head nod. He opens the hallway door. So I go down this long hallway. The end of the hallway is the kitchen. I knock on the kitchen door. The guy slides the metal thing back. He looks, he sees it's me. Gave him a head nod, they opened the kitchen door. Now I'm standing in the prison kitchen. Grills, vats, all the stuff. I turned to the two guys over by the grill. I said, yo, make me a hamburger. Turn to the other guy, yo, go make me a shake. And I'm standing there chilling like, yo, okay, I'm about to eat. And this guy comes out of the kitchen, out of the back, suit jacket on. He says, what are you doing in my kitchen? I'm like, slow down. He said, well, who are you? At the time, we're going to go back to the 90s. There was a song out called The Regulator by Warren G and them. I said, I'm the regulator. He says, well, what do you regulate? I said, if you go home or not. He says, what do you mean? I said, first, all this screaming you're doing is not necessary. We're grown men. We can communicate like grown men. And I regulate if you go home in a box or you walk out of here on your 2 feet. That's who I am. And he heard me and he's looking at me like to see if I'm joking, but I'm not joking. I'm like, dude, I can kill you right now. Understand where you are and who you're talking to, because evidently somebody didn't inform you of what's really going on in here. I came through 5 locked doors to get into this kitchen. Everybody in here is doing exactly what I said, including your staff, with no problems and no issues. You got the problem, and you're trying to get in my way of eating. I'm not trying to be a tough guy. I'm not trying to be over the top, but this is facts. Right now, they're cooking me a hamburger, and you're telling them not to. If I kill you, you'll be dead. Your wife will miss you. Your kids will miss you. I'll go to solitary confinement, maybe 5, 6, 7 years. And then they're going to let me out of solitary. I'll get back out in 7 years. Now I'll be standing back in the same kitchen, and they're going to make me a hamburger then with no qualms. So my only dilemma, do I get a hamburger today or do I give it in 7 years? It's your call. I'm just hungry and I'm patient. And he's looking at me like, oh my God. Nobody's coming to his rescue. I expected to kill him like 5 times in the air shot of like 4 guards. Nobody's moving. And I'm like, today or 7 years, brother, it's your call. And he walked over to the grill. He said to the grill man, make him 2. And then he ran into his office and slammed the door and called his wife. Like, oh my God, what did I get myself into? What they didn't explain to him was prisoners run the prison. They just worked it. And it was not me trying to be tough, but he was like in my way of what I wanted. And when people get in my way, you got to deal with it. And there's consequences to everything. He was at war with my hunger, and I was going to fight that war. If it meant 7 years to victory, and I'll do 7 years to get to my victory. And he'd have just been a casualty along my way.
You see, guys, that's what they want to do to somebody like John Morant in prison. You end up being somebody's girl or end up getting extorted, because who you were on the outside don't matter when you're in the inside, because the inside is a different life. It's different rules. And let this be an example to, any of you brothers out there that, want to have an emotional breakdown or feel like you got to prove yourself to somebody or anything like that. Let me just tell you this, man. You think you're tough? You think you can fight? You think a whole bunch of stuff, man. And for guys who've been to prison, even the toughest guys will try to tell you it ain't no place to go. And I believe them. We need to believe our brothers who say stuff like that. And if God has given you the ability as a man to have intelligence, you have the ability to have athletics, stay on the narrow path, man. Because Charleston White said something very important. He said, hey, man, guys has been in the streets. Once they can live that square life, they'll live the square life. Like, look at Jay-Z. We all know what Jay-Z talked about before. Jay-Z admitted he used to be in the streets. He used to be in the drug life. Look, once Jay-Z got on, he don't even think about the streets no more. He don't even talk about the streets no more. But the guys who ain't never been involved in the streets and don't know how serious the streets are, they're the ones that's playing with the streets. And again, you can act tough all you want to until you come across somebody who's really tough. Somebody who's, as Master P used to say, bout it. And I want everybody out there that's listening to me, man. Listen, brothers, don't ever get to the point where you get some of these idiots out here trying to make you feel like you need to be like them. And in Black America, that happens so much. I see so many people, man, trying to be real for the streets, trying to keep it real, trying to act like, I'm not no punk. I'm not going to let you talk to me and all kind of other stuff like that, this, that, and the third. Man, listen, bro, I know exactly how you feel. And if you got to defend yourself, you got to defend yourself, right? But a lot of times, man, you don't have to defend yourself against nothing. You're dealing with people who are stupid, man. And when you're dealing with people who are stupid, you don't even need to be talking to them, because they're not going to be able to help you do nothing. There are so many young black men and black men in general I've seen waste their life trying to impress people who can't help you, man. It's just the real talk. In your life, as you getting and developing, and a lot of you older brothers know what I'm talking about, man. Very few people will help you achieve anything. And the people who you trying to impress Impress somebody that can do something for you. They can write a check. Like you in the NBA, right? John Morant, impress Nike. You know what I'm saying? Try to impress Adidas. Try to impress, McDonald's. Those are the people you want to live your life for. You don't want to live your life for these dudes out here, because in any moment, here's what I know. Any of those dudes will give up their street life right now to do what you're doing. All right? The same people you trying to impress, they wish they lived your life. But as men, we don't do that. All the time we coming down to somebody else. Always coming down to somebody else's level. And then when those people can't help you do nothing, now you want to get mad. And you done threw your whole life away for some idiots. You know what I'm saying? Real talk, man. Look, let these people suffer by themselves, man. Stop trying to help people who dusty, who broke, who ain't going nowhere. So what if they don't like you? So what if you don't have thousands of folks liking your pictures on Instagram? Who you trying to impress, these girls? Listen, if you successful and you got something popping, women gonna find you. I'm here to tell you they gonna find you. They gonna find you if you are a nerd. You think Elon Musk got a hard time trying to find women or smart guys who doing very well? Hell no. Because they got access to stuff normal guys ain't got access to, man. It's real talk. You got all kind of hotel meetings happening and cruises that happen with successful people. The normal person can't get involved in that. Things happen behind closed doors all the time. And brothers got to stop being influenced by people who are losers. And I'm not trying to be racist or anything against our people or nothing like that, right? But we spend too much time in the black community as talented black men trying to impress people who, and some of the folks in our community are not doing very well. And we are the ones letting them dictate how we should act. Like I say in church, I rebuke that hell to the no. Don't you put your life out there for Negroes who can't help you, because they will let you suffer. And then once you ain't got nothing, they ain't nowhere to be found. You better leave them where they stand. Tell them to stop playing with you, bruh. Real talk. I'm talking about something I know. And Negroes will really leave you out there looking real stupid. So hey, you go out there and do it if you want, but don't say I didn't warn you. But guys, what do you think? It's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of The Celebrity Junk. I really appreciate you for all that you do. Subscribe, hit the bell. We're out.